Test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test. Test. Test.
It's now 6 o'clock. We're going to call to order our regular meeting, Board of Trustees, December 11th, 2025, 6 p.m. Thank you. Let's all rise for our invocation and Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand, and men, please remove your hats. Our Father in heaven, we give you all praise and thanksgiving. We thank you for another beautiful day in Holiday Park. We come together today in the hope of the betterment of our park community. We ask for your blessings on all of our proceedings this evening and on all of our residents and those who are visiting the park. We thank you, Lord, for all those present at our meeting and for all those who are streaming tonight. We thank you for our trustees, our district manager, and all park staff, and ask you to bless them for the work that they do here in the park. We ask that the Holy Spirit guide our discussions and interactions this evening as we try to do what is best for our residents. We ask for your help and guidance so that those present are patient, understanding, and respectful to one another as we remember that we are a community of neighbors and friends. We thank you for bringing us back our friends who are away this summer and continue to pray for those who are traveling back to us over the next weeks. Please help us all to remember that Jesus is the reason for the season so that we can show the light of Christ to all we meet. We ask all this in the name of your beloved Son, Jesus, our Lord and Savior. Amen. Let's say the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we'll have our roll call.
Chairperson,
Present.
Thank you.
First Vice Chair Bob Bachman,
Present.
Second Vice Chair Rick Haggard, excused. Treasurer Don Lemaster.
Present.
Secretary Deb Burns, present. Assistant Secretary Jackie Mitchell.
Present.
Trustee Joni Anderson.
Present.
Trustee Tim Celo. Present. Trustee George Clinch.
Present.
District Manager Vicki Lawrence.
Present.
Sergeant at Arms Rick Weber.
Thank you, Deb. Okay, next we're going to do our approval of our previous meeting minutes. We have our regular board meeting from 11:13. The minutes are before you. The only thing I thought we might want to put in here, Deb, is that under roll call, you list everyone here, but it doesn't say whether we were here or not, which is fine, but maybe at the end, since we all were here that day, you just say all were present. Does anyone see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it doesn't say if we were present or not, just lists our names. Okay, so can we get a motion and support? We have a motion. Second. We have a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Minutes are approved. Next, we have our 11:25 workshop board meeting. See, in this one, we have everyone excused or present, so that's good.
Good job, Jackie.
We need a motion and support.
Motion. Second.
Okay, we have motion and support. Anybody have any changes to the minutes? I just want to make one correction. I know that what's said in the minutes is correct, but it wasn't quite correct as far as what was said. So I just want to make that clear. I don't think we need to change the minutes for it because I'm sure that this, I've heard and I saw an email or a note from this person. When Rick gave an update of the Pavilion Committee, he has a line in there that says the committee has been given a detailed email from the board on what is expected from them. That's not quite correct. What Rick received was an email from Vicki and I, and that detailed what the board would be expecting from that committee when they brought something to us in a workshop. So I don't know that we change this because what he said here is what he said, what's listed, but I just want to make clear to everyone that that wasn't quite right.
That is what he said, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so, any other changes or questions or discussion points? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that's approved. Okay, we're going to move on now to our report from our district manager, Vicki.
Thank you. Good evening, Holiday Park trustees and residents. Welcome all. I hope everyone is enjoying their holidays so far. We have some exciting times coming up as we approach into our Christmas season. The lights throughout the park are so beautiful. I was here at the dark time and kind of rode through, and some of the homes are beautifully lit up and decorated. And the volunteers, just want to say thank you to all the volunteers that showed up to help out with the common areas, the entryways, and all of that, with decorating the park with Christmas lights and different decorations. And all of the residents that showed up to celebrate the Christmas tree light celebration that we had at Phase 2 Pavilion. That was a wonderful time to be had, and I really enjoyed being there. If you're traveling this holiday, safe travels to you. If you're planning to have guests here for the holidays, just remember that you need to register them in the office as it's required in our rules and regulations. Also, we've had some much needed rain recently, but not enough quite yet. So the City of Northport burn ban is still in effect. The do's and don'ts of the burn ban can be found on our website, or feel free to call the office if you have any questions. And just be safe in understanding what the burn ban prohibits you from doing. Also, the Phase 1, some updates on projects. The Phase 1 and 2 security cameras for the buildings and parking lots, as well as the Phase 2 pool cameras and audio equipment installation, have been completed by our IT company, Cyber IT, and our maintenance team, Tanner and Nick. They provided all of the labor services to install the cabling and the poles and everything that was needed on the labor side of the house. And then Cyber did all of the configuration for the network configuration. They did an excellent job getting the project completed and completed timely. So I just want to say thank you to Tanner and Nick for going above and beyond, because that could have been a third-party, company that came out to do that work, so it did save money as well. All of the security cameras are now on the same managed network, giving us more reliability and remote monitoring and maintenance, to name a few of the benefits. The Phase 2 pool music, if you haven't been over there yet, is streaming using Pandora, the same as the Phase 1 main hall and pool. The music is currently scheduled to be on during the hours of 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Let me know if you think that schedule needs to be adjusted, or the sound, or the music that's playing. Just let us know. That's a new system over there. The front and rear gate project will begin the second week of January of next year. If you receive or have received a text from MyQ, just disregard at this time. It's not scam or anything. It's not going to do anything if you actually select on it. It's just not active at this time. So the gate contractor is currently programming the new gate entry access software, which generates these texts, and we'll be sure to keep you all updated as we progress through the installation. Also, reminder, Cheryl in our office has been working on the 2026 phone directory throughout the year. The deadline is approaching. It is the end of this month to get it to the printer, so we need you to update any information that you may want to have included in the 2026 phone directory. Just call or email or come by the office no later than December the 23rd. Just want to also give everyone an update on the empty lots that we identified as needing to be trimmed and where we are on that. There were 116 total number of empty lots in the district. We identified 18 that we could trim in-house, and of those 18, 14 approved for us to do the trimming, either approved or four of them said they would respond and take care of it, and then 2 have not responded. So once they or past our deadline date, all of these will be cleaned up. So everything so far that's been approved and responded to, we have cleaned those up and have invoiced them. The total number of vacant lots that will be invoiced is 14, and it's $1,125 that we'll have sitting on the books. Some of those, 525 will be collected immediately. Okay. Also, I just want to give an update. I have been going around inspecting homes most recently, and just want to remind you that some of the common property violations are overgrowth of weeds, shrubbery, trees, mold, mildew, and defined in our deed restrictions of 3P, and maintaining your carports, just making sure that you keep the areas inside your carport, keep the items that belong in there, and it does not become a storage area. So, look at your deed restriction for carports and how to maintain those carports. So those are some of the areas that are mostly violated, and just take a look outside and of your home to see if you have any of those areas that need attention as I'm going around. And just refer to your general rules and regulations, and we have the newly adopted table of violation resolutions, that 2025-04 and 2025-05 for further information. And of course, you can always call the office and talk to me. Reminder also that the district office will be closed for the Christmas holidays on Wednesday, December the 24th at 12 p.m. through Friday, December the 26th. The pools and facilities will be closed at noon on Christmas Eve and will reopen as normally scheduled on Christmas Day. Also, just want to let you know that I will be on vacation the week of December the 29th. The trustees and staff have been provided with my backup plan during my absence of that week. And just want to let you know to have a Merry Christmas and look forward to seeing you all in the new year.
Thank you, Vicki. Okay, chairperson's report. The board welcomes all those attending our meeting this evening and all those who are streaming. Please keep all resident comments to 3 minutes or less, and please refrain from any side comments or discussions as they are distracting to others. I had a couple items, or a few items tonight. I want to say, which Vicki also stated, was the park sure looks beautiful this Christmas. Thank you to George and Carol Clinch and all those who volunteered to help out decorating our park this year. It is always a big undertaking every Christmas for George to coordinate this effort. Unfortunately, this is George's last year to be leading the effort, as health issues are making it harder for him to continue doing this work. So we need someone to step up and take this responsibility on next year. I am sure George will help the next coordinator as much as possible. Thank you, George. I want to thank all those who volunteer in the park each day, in the men's club, board and members, Jugs, board and members, H Park, the board and its members, all the dinner volunteers, all the activity coordinators and volunteers who are too many to count, all the special committees, our newsletter coordinator, and yes, those who sit on the board of trustees. Without volunteers, we wouldn't have all the recreational activities that we offer here in this park. At this time of the year, when we ponder and consider all of our blessings, I just want to say what a blessing it is to live in this park and to have such wonderful volunteers and friends. Next, I want to thank Nancy for coordinating the monthly movie here in Phase 1 Hall. Earlier this week, we watched It's a Wonderful Life in color, which is one of my favorite Christmas season movies. Movie time is another great opportunity for residents to come together as a community and share yummy treats and watch a great movie. We even had 4 people who had never seen It's a Wonderful Life in our attendance. And finally, I want to thank Bob Bachman for facilitating the workshop on 11/25. Thank you, Bob. And that's it for me. Trustee reports. Well, we have, our agenda has been modified, so for our regular meetings.
Not even here.
No, you can present as a trustee report, though. We have you on our regular meetings as a treasurer report. That's part of the agenda for the regular meetings. So anyways, we're gonna go through. I'm gonna start with Bob.
You must not got the memo. The only thing I have is happy holidays to everybody and welcome back to those who've been up north. It's been a fun-filled summer here. And Saturday night, we're having one of our dances. A band called Junction 41. They used to be called Code Red. And we still got tickets available, so you know where to find us.
Dances are always a good time, so come and have some fun. Jackie.
I have no comments at this time. I'll refer to the end of the meeting and make more.
Okay, thanks, Jackie. Tim?
Well, we had our last new unit come in, totally unexpected this week.
Oh, no.
When you think you're going to have a good day, and this is,
They were at the front gate.
yeah, and they decided to try to come in the front gate, which is only 12 feet wide. And anyways, when we think we're going to have a good day, it just don't seem to happen in this park. And for the naysayers that don't think that Vicki and myself aren't following up on so much going on in this park, thank you to the people that really look at our rules and regulations and ACC rules. I hate to say it's just the honest people that are following through on this stuff, but we need a lot more residents in this park to start stepping up and following these rules to help us out. It's like my week is just full of chasing down complaints. So thank you to those that actually follow them. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Tim. Don?
Okay, here we go. For the month of November, this is our report. Assessments received in the month of November, $566,055. Also, this week, we did receive another $434,286. So we are getting our assessments in. Our pavilion fund, $115,605. Trees for Tuscola Fund, $2,206.91. Monthly income for October, $559,604.56. October expenses, $164,548.35. Our restricted reserve account, we have $398,785.27. Our project account present, $459,863.84. Our certificate of deposit, $371,298.88. Restricted interest, $22,723.62. In our operating fund is $581,881.64. At the present time, we have $441,263.84 in our project account. Fully funded is our project account. I just fully funded the reserve account and the road account. So now, for the first time since '22, we have $1,074,894 in our reserve accounts.
Thank you, Don. So, my question here is, we were hoping that we would, we all approved the changes to our agendas previously, and we were hoping that our treasurer's reports would come in on our workshops, but I'm finding out from Don that that's just not possible. No. Okay, and so being so, I will bring a change to our next meeting to swap it out. So we'll have the agenda, our regular meeting agenda to include your treasurer's report, and the workshop will not have it.
Nothing, yes.
So we'll make that change. Sorry, I have to write this down. Okay, we're going on. Deb, do you have anything? Okay, Joni?
I'll save mine till the end.
Okay, and George?
Well, thank you, Sean, for the fine gesture. I don't feel as though I deserve it because I can't get over the amount of volunteers that participated in this Christmas decorating. As a lot of you know, there was a family episode that my wife and I had to go up north, and there was things done while I was gone, and there was a lot of things to be done when I got back. And to my amazement, on Friday morning, I couldn't believe the amount of volunteers that come out and helped us. It really bothers me to have to give this up, and I will be there to help out always, but I do not want to be in charge of it anymore. In the building where the Christmas decorations are stored, there's a lot of climbing that has to be done. There's a second story up that has to be up, and I can't blame my wife for forbidding me to climb a ladder.
Not at all.
And I will not do it. So I always have to call on Tim Selo or Rick Haggard or Toby Russell or somebody to help me. So I just don't feel efficient in it anymore. And I will always help out anyone in this park, always. And I just hope that somebody steps up and takes it over, because if they don't, I don't know if there will be a Christmas decoration next year. So please, there's so many volunteers in this park. I mean, like Nancy Selo was here Tuesday night for the movies, last night for bingo, tonight doing this. And the list goes on and on. H Park has volunteers all the time. The men's club has volunteers 3 times a week to do that building. There's volunteers all over this park. And the younger people coming in really need to help us out. This park is very efficient because of volunteers. And that's what we need to do, including this group of trustees that we have up front here. So thank you, everyone. And it's a great, great place to live.
Thank you, George. Okay, we're going to move on to resident comments. If you have any comments for anything on the agenda. Being none, we're going to continue. We're going to move on to old business. Get my stuff. First item on our agenda is our Phase 1 compound security cameras in building and parking lots. You've seen this already in our workshop, so I need a motion and support, and we'll open it up for discussion.
Make a motion.
We have a motion from Tim and second from Don. Okay, so any questions about this? I wasn't here at that meeting, but I've reviewed the documentation here, and it looks pretty solid, so I didn't have any comments. Anyone else?
I have one comment. I thought we approved option 1, which was $4,600. Why not?
And we are still with option 1,
Okay,
but
all right.
that was a draft estimate
that was
until he
draft, okay.
could be on site to get everything pulled together. So
All
that's
right.
the final pricing.
All righty,
Some
thank you.
savings.
So we have a final pricing here of $4,196. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? And the motion carries. Thank you, everyone. All right, next item here we have is our park compound space agreement revision. Again, this is, everyone has seen this. I want to just make one point. Well, let's have a motion and support, and then we'll open it for discussion.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and support. Now we can open up. No, that was Don. We can have open it for discussion. I mean, everything looked good to me. The reason you received the second page in your packet that says deed restriction 3E is because we just wanted to make sure the board was aware that we have this restriction. It doesn't affect this, I don't believe, but I want to call it to everyone's attention. So I'm going to read it here. If you look at our deed restriction 3E, it says the district board of trustees has made provisions for storage area for currently registered vehicles, which shall include boats, boat trailers, travel trailers, campers, and similar recreational vehicles. That similar recreational vehicles was to include, it was a fallback to include everything, such as a cargo trailer, is what we're talking about, the change tonight. And then lower on, it says no cars, derelict vehicles, or items other than those specific items set forth in this paragraph may be stored within the special area provided. So I just want to make sure the board is aware of this and agrees that cargo trailers do fall into similar recreational vehicles before we approve this.
Mr. Chairman, I disagree. Back in '08, I had my cargo trailer in the RV parking lot, and I was told by Mr. Judd I had to move it. That was for recreational vehicles only, period.
Okay, so there's a discussion point. Do we change, well, we can't change the deed restriction, but we can change the way we review this recreational vehicle.
Also, I thought,
I would disagree. I would think a cargo trailer is a,
no.
No?
Tim came up with this explanation what to do in the utility trailer, just extend the feet from 18 to 20.
I want to make a discussion on this.
25, you mean?
Since the workshop that was November 25th, there's a cargo trailer that was put in the utility compound that is 21 feet long.
Okay.
So the residents come to the office to request a spot, and there's no way of knowing how long this trailer is. I made a revision to solve that I've told the office personnel who work very diligently on this, that I need to come and look at any new vehicle that comes, trailer, RV, boat, whatever, that comes into our utility compounds and our RV compounds. And they agreed to it. There, in our utility compound, there is 2 spots available right now, and there's 3 people that want them 2 spots. And I've been moving trailers around in the closed utility compound. Vicky has been calling people to see if we can move some smaller trailers in there, and I have been doing it to make room for people that want places in the utility and in a compound. Nobody wants to go in the closed utility compound because it's so tight in there. There is 3 more spots available in that closed utility compound, but it can only take small trailers. And it's so tight that I'm not even sure if I'll be able to get my own trailer out of there. So that's a problem also. Right now, there is no spots in our utility compound. There is 7 spots in the 2 RV compounds available right now. So, do we tell these people, in fact, in the RV compound, there's a utility trailer in there that has been in there for 2 years, I believe, well before my time. So, I don't see why this can't go under similar utility similar RVs, recreation vehicles.
George, I have a question.
Yep.
The rest of these cargo trailers, are they being moved at least once a year, or are they just there for storage?
A lot of them are there for storage.
Yeah.
But some of them are being moved. Most of the ones in the small closed up compound are there year round and are not moved.
Yeah.
I move mine out and use it for the park more than I do for myself. And I let anybody that needs a trailer to use it also.
Because, George, that's what I'm afraid of. If we allow these cargo trailers to go in the RV lot, then we're going to get filled up with for people for storage. And that's what's going to be in there. People using them for storage.
Well, needless to say, that's what some people have done with the
Yeah.
cargo trailers. And I know that, and there's nothing I can do about it, other than people need places for storage. And I can't give an explanation for that, other than we have several spots available for these trailers that are excessive in length, and I'd like to use them. But if we change the length, I have no place to put these extra trailers. But yet, there's 7 places in the RV compound. So that's my explanation on, I know I'd like to change it like that too, but there's not any spaces.
Okay, so I don't know who brought this change to us to begin with, or what was discussed in the workshop. But
I
since it
brought
was-
the, I
okay.
brought the change.
Are you retracting it now, or are you, because I'm hearing 2 different things from you, George. I don't know if it's something you want to
I'm
continue
not
moving.
retracting it. I
Okay.
want it to go on.
Okay, the way the board can work this is we can uphold what says in the deed restrictions, okay? But you can also, we have our rules and regulations, and there could be a change in there, the definition of to add things, because our deed restrictions are, because it says similar recreational vehicles, things are going to change. So if you're saying it's not a recreational vehicle, you could either say, okay, we're just not going to allow cargo trailers, but we do allow cargo trailers already. So I'm not sure what I'm hearing the board wants to do with this.
Well, there's no similarity from a cargo trailer to an RV.
Okay,
It's not a gray area. Wikipedia actually explains it very well. I agree that we need to open up our compounds, but we can't, you can't ask us to overlook what's in the deed restriction.
Right.
okay, I understand that, but are you saying that the only way, but we're already allowing cargo trailers? That's my confusion. We're saying we're not gonna, they're out there, right?
Well,
There are
this is
some-
also asking us to overlook the deed restriction.
And also,
Well, don't we define cargo trailers somewhere else? It's here, it's defined, it's not anywhere, it's not in our,
not in the deed.
no, not in the street, but is it in the general rules and regulations?
Yes.
Okay,
But I wasn't aware there was any cargo trailers in the RV lots until the last meeting when George brought it up.
There's one in Phase 2 RV compound. It's been there well before my time. And if this doesn't go through, we have to move that out. And now I need more utility compound spaces, which I do not have now. And furthermore, there's a 21-foot trailer in our utility compound now that was put in there since the workshop.
I have a question. Can we, because of space, how many empty spots do you have in Phase 2, George? You know off the top of your head?
In Phase 2 RV compound?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. There's 4 empty spots in Phase 1 RV compound,
Mm-hmm.
and there's 3 empty spots in Phase 2 RV compound
Okay.
at this time.
But they're empty now,
They're empty now.
most of them.
All 7 of them spots are empty. That's where I come up with the 7 spots that are empty in the RV compounds.
I can see doing Phase 2 compound, but I question the tightness of getting in and out with my trailer in Phase 1 of adding cargo trailers to where there's, besides big motorhomes, there's cargo trailers that they don't know how to park them.
Well, they're going to have to know how to park them because there's lines in the RV compounds and they have to park them in between the lines.
I don't have a solution here, guys, so, this is something that I'm not familiar with. I wasn't here at the workshop. I'm surprised that we brought this back tonight if it wasn't, this wasn't resolved in the workshop. to me, it sounds like it needs to go back to a workshop, and someone needs to put together how we're going to solve this issue, and what documents we need to change to make it happen, because it sounds like we need to, I think that we need to go back to our general rules and regulations and see what's in there and add something in there in order to get around what's in the deed restriction. So.
I think prior to approving someone to have a lot in the either compounds whatsoever, they need to specify what size it is. And you can do that by having it on the application itself. They need to put down how big, how long it is, how wide it is, you know, the dimensions, so that we can in fact make a decision whether or not it can go into the compound.
I don't know how that's going to happen, because people figure a 16-foot trailer is a 16-foot box, but yet our rules say it includes the hitch.
Right.
So they're not including that when they come in there. So I need to go out and look at every vehicle that's new that comes into our compound. And I don't have a problem with that. It's just that I have a problem telling people that they can't put anything in the compound when there's seven empty spots in the RV compounds available.
All right, maybe Karen can add something to this.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Karen.
Sad but true, I can. Karen Anderson, 5072 Polina. Many years ago, I got stuck with compounds. I understand your issues. The 2 compounds only are allowed for RVs according to the guidelines. We had the other area set up then for cargo trailers, etc. Except I agree with you, it's too small, it's difficult. So then we added all those spaces along the front there for cargo trailers. That was a brand new thing that we added in the park. I think, Don, you remember the craziness we went through in order to do that. And so we did what we could because it changed how people came in and what they did. I think one of the things we were trying to do at that time, if people were using them for storage, we were going to start saying you couldn't do that anymore. And that may be where you guys might want to go, because then you have more space in the cargo area for cargo trailers. But we were not legally allowed to add anything else but RVs in those 2 other trailers previously.
Okay, just so everyone's clear, we have 2 areas. We have one in phase 1 and phase 2. That's a fenced-in area. And within those fenced-in areas, we're saying our deed restriction says only recreational vehicles.
Right.
Over in phase 1, we have a section that's outside of the fenced-in
They're
area.
also fenced.
Well, it's a bigger fence, but it's not gated where you have to have a lock.
No, there's an area that's gated over
in
there.
phase 1?
Yes, there
Yes.
is. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I don't even know that area. I know the area when you come in off of the road there, and there's all those along the side, and they're all
That's separate.
outside. Oh, there's another area. See, I didn't even know that.
The ones
'Cause
outside.
I don't have a.
Okay,
RV.
John, the ones outside were added later because our residents' needs changed. And we were limited by not allowing to put them in the places where the RVs were. So that was why we added that space outside. You see, I think there's maybe 10 or more,
Something like that.
something like that, that we added, so people,
There's about 20 spots.
okay.
And like I said, that's where it's full. And a lot of
But that
them,
was added later.
yes, a lot of them go in and out of here as they do. Some, maybe 2 or 3 of them may be used for storage. But most of the ones used for storage are in the back closed utility compound, I call it, that's fenced in. And that's very, very tight. And nobody wants to go back there, but there's quite a few.
Are all those spaces taken back there now?
There's 3 spots left.
Okay, because one of the things we had to do in the RV area was people now, all of a sudden, you know how things change over time. They were now coming in with larger RVs. And then we had the problem of that they'd pull in and they couldn't get out of their RV because they were so close to the one beside them. So we had to redo everything to make larger spaces for the larger RVs. So when people pulled in, at least they could get out of their RV instead of being stuck in there. So we redid all the sizing previously to make them larger for our RV people so they could survive in there. You can put boats in there and RVs, but that was the limit.
And kayak trailers, on trailers.
Yeah, we then developed, because people had kayaks outside and it was not safe, we then developed putting in the racks, so everyone could now use racks. So that was during my time as well. Making changes to improve the process based on trying not to get out of the legal requirements. So, you guys, I know it's not what you wanted to hear, but that's
Okay.
basically what I got stuck with.
All right,
Okay.
so trustees,
I'd like to make a suggestion, we move this back to a workshop.
yes, I was just going to say that. We need to move this back into a workshop. More work has to be done. I don't know who's going to take on that work, but obviously, I think Vicki has some ideas. Vicki and George can work together, but we need some more work done around this before we can bring it back here and discuss it. So I would like, whoever made the motion, can we withdraw that motion?
Yes.
Okay, the motion has been withdrawn. We're going to move on. Next item we have is our project list for our budget year 25, 26. What I'd like to do is have this approved, but we need some changes to it that we need to, so either we can move this also to a workshop and talk about the changes there, or do it tonight. There's just a few changes. Workshop, we're gonna move this to a workshop also.
All right.
So you have it in front of you, bring your changes to the next workshop. Projects. And for everyone to know, our workshop has changed, the date changed, so our workshop is a week from tonight, or today. So it'll be next Thursday at 9 a.m. is our workshop. Now we're going to move on to item number 4, restricted funds transferred from bank account to multiple CDs.
Yes, that was me. I have looked into, Joni Anderson gave me the suggestion, which I've done. I have the paperwork with me if we pass it to open the first one for $200,000 in December and another one for $200,000 in January.
Which ones are the two that you have the rates are you going with?
The 6 month.
6 months? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, they're both going to be for 6 months.
Okay, I need a motion and support. We have a motion and support. Tim and Bob. Any discussion?
So then I will open up.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Yes, and I have the paperwork. I need all the check signers to see me after the meeting so I have all the paperwork with me.
Do you have all that, Deb? 200 for each of all 6 months? Okay.
December and January, they'll both be 6 months.
December and January.
Yep.
Yes. Because Joni came up with it this way, one of them will come due in June, the other one in July, and our other one, the $350,000 or $371,000 will come due in September again.
Okay. Last item on our list here is our employee bonuses. I'm gonna let Vicki talk to that.
Okay, so the employee bonuses are for a total of $900, which will be, that was proposed in the workshop, which will be distributed among among the staff of 9 staff members. So that's what's been proposed from the workshop to the board.
All right. I need a motion and support.
I make a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and support. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
All right, we have no new business, no supplemental items. Open it for trustee comments. We'll start it down at George this time. Any comments?
I wish everyone the very best Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And maybe a more prosperous 2026.
All right. Joni?
Just a couple things. Some individuals have called me this week complaining that their weeds are starting to get tall. Just a reminder, we have no lawn care service in December because of the Christmas decorations, and we will resume the week of January 12th for lawn care. So at that time, if you could just make sure that there's no cords that aren't marked so that and currently, we're scheduled for one lawn care service in January. That could change, but we've also had some individuals complaining about the dust that's coming off some of the empty lots. I would like to say I have a solution, but I do not. But rain would be helpful. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
George has another comment.
Yes, I forgot this. We will be taking down all the Christmas decorations the first part of January. We'll be starting with all the cords and that are in the lawns and so forth. And next we'll be taking the lights and that off the gates because the gate project is going to start the 12th of January. So we will do that the first part of January. Will be taken down. And I am very sorry, but the lights in the center lane will also come down, and the ones at the fountains will come down also. I do not want the lights to be choking out our palm trees. So they've been up there for a year. We have to, I think we should take them down, and we will.
Can we vote on that?
Yeah, can we vote on that?
I'm just teasing.
You can get the next guy to talk him into putting them back up.
Okay. Deb?
No, I'm still good.
Okay, I have nothing. Don?
Just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Tim?
And the same for me, and a big thank you to Nancy, because there's days that we hardly see each other. So,
Yes.
and to all the residents that are so kind to myself and Vicky when we have to go see them about a complaint. Big thank you to them.
Thanks, Tim. Jackie?
Well, I'm here to tell you about the golf cart parade again. I need to remind you, we're having a golf cart parade on the 20th. There's still time for you to decorate your golf cart. Doesn't have to be elaborate, just a few pieces of garland and away we go. The other thing is I haven't forgotten about how in past years we've had, when there's been children in the park during the Christmas golf cart parade, we've invited them to come up and visit with Santa and tell him what they wish for Christmas. And if the grandparents have a gift they'd like to have Santa present to children, then that would be the time they would do that. If you do have children, let me know. Contact me. My phone number's in the book. The other thing, I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year. Thank you.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, we can throw candy. Just don't hit anybody.
yeah. Okay, Bob.
Yeah, again, happy holidays to everybody. Have a safe and successful new year, and we'll see you Saturday night to dance. We still got tickets.
Thank you, Bob. All right, I'm going to open it up now for resident comments.
Karen Anderson, 5072 Polina. First thing I wanted to do was thank all the trustees who have worked over and above the call of duty to do all the things that you do, and to all the residents who've done over and above the call of duty as well. The district manager has done a great job of making everyone aware that the fire department has set a burn ban for Northport. I went to the fire department and got all the flyers describing the burn ban and the fire pit requirements. I gave a copy of them to Vicki, who she's now posting, etc. We have a resident who lit their fire pit during one of these times. The park was informed by the resident that they did not know there was a burn ban. It should be the responsibility of residents to check the Northport City website to verify a burn ban before lighting their fire pit. I don't think people realize, but many years ago, there was a fire in the woods behind our house on the street there, and it was bad. And they were going to evacuate the park at that time. Luckily, the fire department was able to wet the road enough and the grass before our park and at the front of our park there to prevent the fire from coming in here, so we lucked out. This resident that I was speaking about recently had a party with some trustees, some ARC members, and some park residents. A male individual said there was no wind and they could have a fire pit lit during this burn ban. This made some residents very uncomfortable because of the burn ban and the proximity of the burning fire pit to their homes. I am uncomfortable that no one, including any trustees present, stopped the fire pit from being lit. The park rules need to be applied to everyone equally. The chair texted me that the next time it occurs, I should call the authorities. I agree with that, but this is also a park rule. Why aren't the trustees enforcing this rule? I'm not interested in waiting until we have a fire and have damage to someone's home or to a resident. I don't know if any of you have ever worked with someone who has been burned. I have, as a nurse in another life, and it is not what you want to see and not what you want anyone to go through. It is the worst pain in the world. Please protect our homes and our residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Do you have anything you want to add?
I would just encourage, first, residents pay attention to when there are these types of notifications from the city and follow their guidelines as such. There are some very detailed guidelines in that burn ban, so just make sure that what you're wanting to do, I know that, that it complies, but also if you are a resident that has concern of your neighbor or someone that you see that is violating the law, burn bans in this case, and you feel that they're in violation of that and that there's a safety concern for that, I would encourage you. I know it's uncomfortable, but I would encourage you to call the fire department. They will address and see if that is in violation of their burn ban, and they will address it, and if it's an unsafe condition, they will make sure, to eliminate that and let them know. So I just want to encourage you not to be afraid that if you need to do that, because we don't have eyes 24/7, just look out for each other as well. And then we need to do our best that we can to educate the residents in the park of those types of laws, in this case, a burn ban. Go ahead.
I just wanted to add, I agree with Vicki and Sean that you should call the authorities if you know. I went to the fire department and spoke to them. about what was occurring, and they basically said to call them when we knew about it. I didn't want to embarrass anyone at that time by calling the fire department and having them arrive with trustees and our people, et cetera, there. Was not my role to embarrass anyone, but I didn't want the place to burn down. And the fire department said they would come out and they would put the fire pit out. Thank you.
Well, then, Karen, you should have called them, you should have had them come. If you were concerned about your place catching on fire.
I will say that
You
from
know, I
what,
mean-
from my understanding, just to know that this was followed up on, that from my understanding, this is a propane type grill or pit, and that is allowed. I'm not saying you should be burning it, flaming, but it does say, and with extreme caution, but that with the propane or gas on those, types of grills, fire pits, because what they're referring to with bonfires, campfires, fire pits are wood. So they but it's still with caution. So don't get too comfortable or out of bounds, even with it being within those guidelines.
It also states that if it is a propane heater, it can't be above a foot. And this was 2 feet high. And I just didn't want to get into it at that time. Everybody's afraid to complain.
Shouldn't be.
The neighbors around us, for some reason, don't want to cause problems. So I'm addressing it here. Hopefully other people will make the effort to participate.
Okay, thank you, Karen. All right, anyone else? Being no one else, I need a motion for adjournment. We have a motion and support. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? And we're adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Check signers.